We all know like our attention span is lessening every day. So especially with Gen Z students because they are more into Instagram reels and TikTok contents and everything. And these are usually contents within like more or less 10 seconds. So if you give your students bite-sized contents, students tend to listen to you more and they can keep their attention span. Even YouTube doesn't work a lot nowadays. YouTube is a millennial idea. TikTok is more, bite-sized content is more, I would say, Gen Z idea. So if you talk to your students as if they're your friends, this is also another thing I have seen, that if you use more examples, if you do more pragmatic lessons. Let's say I have this course which is aesthetics of film. So I am also interested in filmmaking. So when I'm teaching them, and a lot of those students might be Gen Z, so when I'm teaching these students, so the way I have learned these concepts were different. It was more theoretical, and I would probably have to read pages and pages of theories in order to understand something. So when I'm teaching my students, I would of course go through these theories or go through these ideas, but when I'm teaching them, I have to sometimes water it down or like make facilitate it to them with easier words and easier examples, easier instances. So when I'm doing that, it's quite exciting for me because I get to learn it with my Gen Z students, and I also get to understand the concept that I myself am teaching, but from their perspective. So that I would say is very interesting for me. To sensitize teachers, I think the CETL needs to hold more seminars and hold more workshops, because the first step of teaching Gen Z students is understanding Gen Z students. So that would be understanding everything about them, like the way they think. They think quite differently from, let's say, a boomer or a millennial even. So we have to understand how they think, their thinking process, and how they go from idea A to idea B. This whole thinking process is very different for Gen Z students, I feel, and also their lingo, like the language they use or the kind of content that they consume. So I have to talk to them as if I'm one of them in a way, when I'm teaching them, and if I want to teach them effectively. So I think CETL needs to hold more interactive workshops and seminars. And I think it's also better if teachers and students can do workshops together where they co-learn in a way. Like all the teachers will learn how to communicate with Gen Z students, and the Gen Z students will also learn how to take lessons from teachers. So this kind of interactive workshops, I think, is going to be helpful for CETL.